This is Tuna on Toast.
Flavor Flav is here.
In the building, right here with you, G.
All right. Thank you for being on my podcast. I appreciate that.
Come on, man. I'm trying to strike just like you.
We got the new song that you dropped called Everywhere, Man. How did this one come together? Chuck D is on. It features Chuck D.
Yeah, well, you know, being that I've been everywhere and I be everywhere and I'm gonna be everywhere, you know, my partner Chuck D, you know, he's always ahead of his time. You know what I'm saying? Always ahead of the time and everything. And he came up with this idea that I should do a song about me being everywhere because I am everywhere. So we sat down together. Chuck came up with these verses. You know what I'm saying? And I got on in the studio, laid them down. So, yup, this song was definitely written by my partner, Chuck D. He writes it and I recites it.
When you guys were in the room together, were you getting flashbacks from the day you guys first got together and you were making songs as Public Enemy?
Honestly, to tell you the truth, anytime I'm in a room with Chuck and we're doing something together, writing something together, I always get those flashbacks of us back in the day when we were creating our Yo Bum Rush the Show album.
Which is your debut album. I love that. And It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back right after that. And everyone knew who Public Enemy was. In the moment making the music you were making, did you think this stuff's going to live forever? We're going to have an impact on society today and in 2024.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, we never thought about it. We were just more like Nike. Just do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we were just living for the moment. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know that those moments would end up being the moments that help change the world or help change the music game or help change society. We didn't know. All we were doing was just what we do best by creating and having fun.
Why do you think you and Chuck created the style of music you did with the political and the social messages when you could have made any style of music and delivering different messages?
Well, back in the days when we first started putting out our records, you know, we were known to be the first group to really put out a whole album with samples and everything. You know, all we were doing really was just being creative and everything. You know what I'm saying? We didn't really have any idea of how big of an impact that it would make on people. And when we were making these songs, Striker, we were making them for the radio station that we were on for Adelphi University. So
it's a college radio station, right?
Yes, called WBAU from Adelphi University. And we were really making our music for the radio station, but Jam Master Jay and DMC from Run DMC talked Chuck into putting Public Enemy #1 out on Def Jam. The next thing you know, when we did that, all of the other songs that we had created for the station, we put those on the album too. And then we also created extra songs for the album as well.
So you were playing your own music because you worked at the radio station.
Yeah.
And then what led to other stations saying, okay, there's something going on here with Public Enemy?
Well, I think that they understood the message that we were coming with, and not only that, but the banging music that the Bomb Squad that we were putting together. You know what I'm saying? Us as the Bomb Squad. You know, we were putting together, you know, music in a ways where other people wasn't. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, I take my boy Ice Cube, for instance, from NWA.
Yes.
When he went solo, he wanted a different sound. So he wanted to take his West Coast lyrics, putting it over some East Coast music. So he ended up calling us, the Bomb Squad, to produce his first album, America's Most Wanted. And boy, did that album hit home.
It did.
When it came out, yeah.
Did you have love for NWA when they first appeared on your radar?
I sure did, man. I had mad love for NWA. Come on, man. And not only that, but back in the days, we all toured together, too.
Oh, you did? Really?
With Public Enemy, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Slick Rick, Salt and Pepper. We all were on a tour together. JJ Fad. We were all on the tour together, you know what I'm saying? And there were times, man, when me and Eazy-E used to hang out. You know, that was my dude, man. Eric Wright, I miss him too. But that was my dude.
When you would just have conversations with Eazy-E, What was his vibe like? What did you guys talk about? The business, life, music?
Nah, man, all we did was just hang out after the shows, after we have our concerts and our shows. I mean, you know, but we were boys too, you know what I'm saying? Hanging out, you know, going to restaurants and stuff together, all of that great stuff. You know, just the typical friendship thing.
Flavor Flav, do you recall any rock bands that first reached out to you guys in the late 80s that said, holy crap, you guys are incredible. You're like punk rock meets rock, but it's hip hop all in one. Who reached out and who loved you guys?
Well, there were a lot of rock groups that took on to us and everything, but one rock group that really took on to us and we ended up collaborating with was Anthrax.
Anthrax, of course, Bring the Noise.
Yeah, Bring the Noise, you know what I'm saying? But way before Anthrax, we on our Yo Bum Rush the Show album, we have a song on there called Sophisticated Bitch.
Okay.
My boy Vernon Reed. Vernon! Yo, he did the guitars on that. And that was to me, that was the first time rock really met rap.
Did you see some artists as you guys were becoming bigger? You saw their performance on stage, and maybe you didn't need to do this as a group, but you're like, wow, those guys or girls are incredible on stage. Maybe I need to pick it up 5%.
No. We were always in competition with our own selves.
Okay.
We never competed against anybody. We never tried to outdo anybody. We never tried to be better than anybody on the stage. We just wanted to be better than ourselves out there.
What about Beastie Boys? Did you like their Beastie? Yeah, okay, here we go.
Come on, man. I miss the boys. I miss the boys. Because let me tell you something. Talking about the Beastie Boys, I remember when I took my first airplane flight. Yo, check this out, Striker. The first time I ever been on a plane ever in my life, Hank Shockley and Chuck D took me to LaGuardia Airport. We got on a Northwest airline, and we had to fly to Detroit to open up for the Beastie Boys at the Fox Theater. I'll never forget it.
Wow.
You know, and we did it. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. So after we did that, then later on, we had to open up for them again in Passaic, New Jersey. And around that time, we were wearing stopwatches.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were wearing stopwatches. So back in my neighborhood, Striker, we always played the dozens. You know what I'm saying? So I got my boy, son of Berserk. His name is Tony Allen, T.A. You know, this lady came through our projects with this big box of shower clocks that she stole from Fortune off. So he took the stopwatch off my neck and put the clock around my neck. Everybody was laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Yo, we dare you to wear that during the show on stage. If you dared Flav to do something around that time, Flav would do it. So check this out, Striker. We went and opened up for the Beastie Boys again in Passaic, New Jersey. And after that show, I wore the clock. After that show, the next morning, we got the newspaper clippings back. We was on the front page of the New York Times, the Daily News, Newsday, all of the New York papers. And the look of the clock was dope. So we decided to keep it. And if you look at some of our early Public Enemy photos, you'll see Chuck D was wearing a clock too.
Thank you for sharing that. What a story.
So, hey, all of that came from you mentioning Beastie Boys.
The Beastie Boys, who are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. NWA is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Public Enemy is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Did that mean something to you when you got inducted?
It meant a lot. It really meant a lot to me. I just want to say, before I go there, let me finish telling you one thing, right?
Please.
By me being out there with the Beastie Boys, because Public Enemy was always a pro black radical rap group, right? And I was the only one from my group out there on the Beastie Boys stage, slipping and sliding around Budweiser beer. You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine. And I really feel that by me doing that broke the racial barrier in rap music. You know what I'm saying? By me being the only black man,
accepting them. You were out there, which meant it's okay to like them.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what broke the racial barrier. Now, going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, let me tell you something, man. It was definitely an immaculate feeling. You know, it was a very rewarding feeling. I know that there's a lot of people in music that won't make it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but there's a lot of people in music that will make it because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame got to keep going and going and going. When it was our turn, man, I was like, wow, this it was unbelievable. You know, and right now, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm still trying to soak it up. All of these years later, you know what I'm saying?
I can see the smile on your face.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal, and you guys deserved it.
It's a bragging right for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know one thing. A lot of the people that won't make it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm sorry to say, but I ain't got that problem.
Because you're in it.
I'm already in, baby. I done made my mark. Word up, G. We are in the building. Us, Rush, Donna Summer. Oh man, a lot of other, you know, groups that from way before Public Enemy.
Correct.
Got in with us.
Yes.
And I'm like, man, it took them all these years to get in, but we're getting in a lot sooner. Man, that's a blessing.
In Vegas a few months ago, I saw Flavor Flav there, and I saw you talking to the Foo Fighters. Did you discuss music? Is there a potential for a collab, Foo Fighters and you?
I'm hoping so. You know, there's this song that I have called Hits.
Okay.
The Hits. You know, my boy Sam Holland produced the track, and I ain't gonna lie, but this track is a banger. The song is a banger. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I presented. I went and asked David Grohl. Dave Grohl, yo, man, would y'all hop on this record with me and everything?
Okay. David
Grohl said, hey, we would love to. So when I heard that, I never took gymnastics, but I was flipping. Bro. I'm like, wow. So that'll be a great collaboration, man, to do it with the Foo Fighters.
When I think about your voice and Chuck D's voice, then I think about like the guys from Cypress Hill, and I think about my friends from Lincoln Park, Chester Bennington, God rest his soul, and these two different voices that come together to be so cohesive. Did anyone early on say, this is too different, no one's ever going to want to buy a record like this?
Nah, I mean, you know, put it this way, no matter what anybody else think, we're still going to do what we got to do anyway, whether they like it or not, you know what I'm saying? And once we put it out, if you like it, you do. If you don't, there's other people that will. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
And it sounds like you stuck to the path that you wanted to be on, and as a result of that, there was no cheating, there was no fake, it was all authentic and real, and that lives forever, which is why you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and why I'm so freaking excited to be next to you, man. Thank you.
And you know what?
What?
And the result of all of that has me ending up on your show.
Yeah! All right, thank you so much. Everywhere, man. Flavor Flav, I am Stryker. I'm so grateful that I got to sit with you, man. And
that's right. Everywhere, man, right here, Flavor Flav. Everywhere, man, is going to be striking you.
That's another episode of Tuna on Toast. Happy snuggles. Bye-bye.
Hope you enjoyed. Now hit that subscribe button. And for more Tuna on Toast, listen wherever you get your podcasts.